I was actually hemorrhaging and didn't know it. I had a placental abruption. At that point, I really didn't know if my baby was okay or if I had lost my pregnancy, just because the amount of blood was just so intense. And that's when I knew to call 911. And I'm so happy that I did, because initially my delivery spot was in Boston, and I just remember the EMT radio up front that I wasn't gonna make it. And we were about a couple exits away from South Shore Hospital, and I heard him radio that we had an OB emergency and that we would be there within 5 minutes. The minute we pulled up, I got out on the stretcher and the team was outside waiting for me, and they wheeled me right into a room and they hooked me up to a monitor, and we heard her heartbeat and it was strong. And even the team said, this is a good sign, like you can hear it, but it was getting weaker and weaker. And the last thing I remember was the anesthesiologist asking me if I had ever had any surgeries. And I remember saying to him, is my baby gonna be okay? And he said, you're gonna be okay. And that's the last thing that I remember. And I woke up with a very nice nurse. I remember looking at her coming to, and I asked her if I had a baby, because I didn't know. And she said, I did. And that my husband was with her, and that she was okay, and that she weighed 3.5 pounds, and she came out crying. She was in the NICU for 2 weeks and then moved to special care, where she remained for her stay, and she was there for a total with NICU and special care 84 days. The care that we got at South Shore between myself and Monroe was exceptional, and in some ways was better than what we would have maybe experienced had we gone to Boston. Her primary team of, Janet and Sandy, Hannah, the night nurse Danielle, obviously everyone was wonderful, but they remained pretty consistent throughout our stay. They became an extension of family and friends, not just caregivers. I think the ability to call the NICU or special care 24 hours a day was also really helpful. They would call you in the morning as they did rounds, but then right before I would go to bed, I would do my own night check-in just to see how she was doing, how she did after I left. And I think that also made me feel connected, when I couldn't be there. What I love is that her charts are all up to speed for all of her teams. So whether it's at South Shore or Children's, they all know about her history, so I don't have to continuously repeat her story. It's all connected. So they can see when she sees her ENT doctor versus her cardiologist, they see all of the notes. It's all in one spot. Being in the NICU at South Shore, and then also the plan that was put together as we got ready to get home, set us up for a lot of success. And we've been able to replicate and get her on a good schedule. But again, a big adjustment, but it's been great. And she's just continuing to thrive, which we love. We cannot speak more highly about our experience. We had something very, very serious and traumatic happen, and we are alive because of them today.